Silence offers great strength, a peaceful sanctuary where the weary soul can quietly heal. Softly breathe and find gentle rest. Flow gently like water. It gracefully yields to hard stones, yet patiently carves deep canyons through the ancient, quiet earth. When you let go of who you are, you softly become who you were meant to peacefully and beautifully be. Do not push the river. Simply float upon its gentle currents and allow peaceful waters to guide your quiet journey. A journey of 1,000 miles begins softly beneath your feet. Take one quiet step toward the peaceful open road. Those who know do not speak loudly. Those who speak loudly rarely know the deep, silent truth of the universe. To lead people, you must softly walk behind them, guiding their weary hearts with invisible, gentle, and quiet pure compassion. Mastering others requires great strength, but beautifully mastering your own chaotic mind requires deep, profound, and truly quiet spiritual power. Be content with what you have. Rejoice softly in the quiet reality that things naturally flow in perfect, gentle harmony. When nothing is forcefully done, nothing remains undone. Trust quiet emptiness to softly complete nature's magnificent and beautiful silent work. The softest things in the world gracefully overcome the hardest. Unseen breath penetrates the impenetrable, proving the power of gentleness. Give up your exhausting search for constant approval, and you will slowly discover a boundless, beautiful ocean of inner peace. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving, choosing instead to peacefully embrace the wandering. Nature is not human-hearted. It treats all things impartially, allowing the quiet seasons to beautifully change without any forced expectations. Empty your mind of all heavy thoughts. Let your troubled heart simply rest at peace within the quiet, still void. The flame that burns twice as brightly burns half as long. Cultivate a slow, quiet ember that warms the night. He who knows that enough is enough will always naturally possess exactly what he needs to softly and peacefully thrive. Stop leaving your quiet center to blindly chase the loud world. Simply sit still, and the universe will softly arrive. The useful space within a clay pot is the empty center. Your quiet inner emptiness is where true potential rests. When you quietly realize there is nothing lacking in your soul, the entire magnificent world naturally belongs to your spirit. If you elegantly correct your own mind, the rest of your chaotic life will gracefully fall into perfect, quiet place. Anticipate the difficult by peacefully managing the easy. Accomplish the magnificent by taking small, quiet steps in the gentle dark. Violence, even well-intentioned, gracefully rebounds upon oneself. Choose the path of soft resistance, and the heavy storms will peacefully pass. Truthful words are rarely beautifully adorned. Beautifully adorned words are rarely deeply truthful. Seek the quiet, simple honesty of nature. Let reality softly be reality. Allow natural things to flow gracefully forward in whatever unpredictable way they quietly wish to. Knowing others is mere intelligence. Deeply knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering yourself is the ultimate, quiet act of power. Respond softly to deep anger with pure virtue. Wash away the heavy bitterness of others with your calm, flowing grace. A violently blowing wind cannot last the entire morning. A sudden rainstorm cannot last the entire day. Remain perfectly still. He who constantly stands on tiptoe cannot remain steady. Gently lower your heels and feel the ancient, solid, quiet earth. The heavily laden branches of the rigid tree will gracefully snap, while the humble, bending bamboo survives the darkest storm. To deeply understand the profound nature of everything, you must simply and quietly observe it without any harsh, lingering judgment. Watch the turbulent, muddy water carefully. If you leave it completely alone, it will eventually clear itself into pure stillness. By letting it go, it all naturally gets done. The quiet world is beautifully won by those who peacefully surrender. Manifest pure plainness. Tightly embrace quiet simplicity. Gracefully reduce your heavy selfishness and allow your numerous desires to softly fade. The sage peacefully avoids all extremes, softly declining wild extravagance, and gently walking away from the heavy burdens of indulgence. If you patiently wait by the quiet river long enough, the heavy burdens of your enemies will softly float by. He who deeply trusts no one will never be deeply trusted. Open your quiet heart and allow the light inside. Do not beautifully decorate your quiet soul with loud, artificial honors. Your simple, breathing presence is already a profound masterpiece. The heavy, rigid, and hard belong perfectly to death. The soft, yielding, and gentle belong beautifully to the living spirit. Treat those who are entirely good with gentle goodness. Treat those who are not good with the same quiet grace. The vast universe is softly unfolding exactly as it should. There is absolutely no need to forcefully push the river. When the quiet, humble student is completely ready, the ancient, silent teacher will naturally appear from the deep, morning mist. True perfection softly seems terribly flawed, yet it's deeply hidden. Quiet usefulness can absolutely never be exhausted by the world. Do not boldly boast of your quiet accomplishments. Simply allow your gentle, peaceful actions to speak softly into the night. Great quiet acts are gracefully made up of very small, deeply careful, and beautifully peaceful deeds woven slowly over time. He who boldly insists he is perfectly right will never be deeply illuminated by the quiet, mysterious glow of truth. To bear ancient, heavy burdens without feeling bitter resentment is the beautiful, quiet hallmark of a truly enlightened, peaceful soul. A profound, quiet leader is simply a shadow when his graceful work is completely done. The people claim the victory. The softest, gentlest water gracefully dissolves the hardest, most unyielding stone. Never deeply underestimate the profound power of quiet patience. Return gracefully to the quiet, ancient root of your deep soul. There you will beautifully find the eternal, peaceful stillness. If you firmly hold onto the heavy center, the chaotic, violently spinning world will gracefully rotate peacefully all round you. Softly let your dark, heavy illusions elegantly fall away, and you will gently uncover the magnificent, shining diamond of truth. He who forcefully tries to shine a blinding light on himself deeply dims his own natural, beautiful, and quiet radiance. The snow goose need not bathe heavily to make itself perfectly white. Simply be entirely yourself in the quiet dark. Success is dangerously as highly contagious as tragic failure. Elegantly detach yourself from both and peacefully walk the middle path. If you peacefully realize that all things beautifully change, there is absolutely nothing you will ever try to forcefully hold. The quiet, Ancient Tao does absolutely nothing at all. Yet through it, everything in the vast world is beautifully accomplished. A deeply quiet mind is the incredibly fertile soil where the most beautiful, ancient trees of wisdom can softly grow. He who beautifully knows others is quite wise. He who deeply, intimately knows himself possesses true, unbreakable, and quiet enlightenment. Softly empty your weary self of everything. Deeply embrace the ultimate, profound peace, and gracefully watch the endless universe unfold. Deeply nourish your fragile soul with the quiet, profound stillness of the gentle dawn, letting heavy worldly worries softly fade. The incredibly beautiful, delicate butterfly never forcefully rushes its soft flight, yet it gracefully reaches every sweet, softly blooming flower. When you deeply realize the quiet, boundless nature of your own pure spirit, you will completely lose your heavy fear. Do not fiercely fight the dark, cold winter. Quietly wrap yourself in warm patience and softly await the gentle spring. The most deeply profound, beautiful melodies are always carefully woven from the vast. Quiet silences resting peacefully between the notes. He who gracefully steps back from the loud, chaotic fight has already completely won the deepest, most quiet spiritual victory. Simply allow your heavy, exhausted mind to elegantly settle, like soft, falling snow covering the quiet, sleeping, and frozen earth. The ancient, unyielding mountain never fiercely bows to the passing wind. Gracefully find your quiet, strong, and deeply rooted center. Do not deeply tie your fragile happiness to fleeting, worldly objects. Softly anchor your quiet soul in the eternal present. The incredibly wise man gracefully teaches without using loud words, peacefully performing his quiet, beautiful work completely free from attachment. To gracefully live in the soft, flowing Tao is to breathe deeply and move peacefully with the quiet, endless tide. Stop constantly searching the vast, busy world for quiet, lasting peace. Gracefully look deeply within your own beautifully silent heart. The deep, dark night gently whispers profound, ancient secrets to the quiet soul who is peaceful enough to softly listen. He who softly yields his heavy pride completely gains the entire, beautiful universe, floating freely in the quiet, empty space. Do not violently carve your rigid path through the thick forest. Simply follow the gentle, quiet stream to the ocean. The immensely powerful, ancient sun softly warms the vast earth without ever loudly demanding any praise. From the quiet shadows, gently release your heavy, tightly clenched fists. You cannot ever beautifully receive the quiet gifts of life with closed hands. A deeply calm, untroubled heart is the absolute highest, most profound form of spiritual wealth any quiet man can hold. When you softly stop fiercely resisting the heavy, falling rain, you can finally, beautifully appreciate its quiet, deep, cleansing grace. The deeply profound, ancient truth is never loudly discovered. It is simply, gracefully uncovered when the chaotic mind becomes quiet. Walk softly upon the ancient earth, leaving no heavy footprints behind, and let your gentle spirit peacefully touch the sky. The beautifully empty, quiet sky does not heavily judge the dark, passing clouds. Gracefully allow your turbulent thoughts to drift. He who softly conquers himself is far more deeply powerful than the mighty warrior who fiercely conquers 1,000 cities. Do not heavily force the delicate, young plant to rapidly grow. Softly provide gentle light and trust the quiet earth. The truly great, profound man gracefully remains as deeply humble and quietly lowly as the soft, endlessly flowing river valley. When the heavy, chaotic noise of the busy world entirely fades, the quiet, gentle music of the Tao beautifully begins. Softly detach from all heavy, rigid expectations, and you will be deeply, beautifully surprised by the quiet magic of now. The beautifully quiet, still mirror reflects everything perfectly without ever trying. Gracefully clear your mind to truly see the world. He who peacefully walks slowly and carefully will gracefully travel far deeper into the vast, quiet, and profoundly mysterious wilderness. Do not heavily dwell on the dark, unchangeable past. Quietly wash your weary soul in the gentle waters of today. The immensely tall, ancient pine tree gracefully began as a tiny, quiet seed sleeping peacefully in the deep, dark earth. True, profound inner freedom elegantly arrives the very moment you softly stop caring what the loud, frantic world heavily thinks. Gently embrace the vast, quiet unknown. It is the incredibly fertile, beautiful darkness from which all shining, new life emerges. The incredibly wise gently bend like the soft, green reeds, peacefully surviving the heavy storms that loudly break rigid oaks. Do not loudly declare your deep, profound intentions. Simply let your quiet, beautiful, and consistent actions softly illuminate the path. A deeply pure, profoundly quiet heart elegantly radiates a warm, invisible light that softly heals the weary, broken, chaotic world. When you softly realize that you simply have enough, you become incredibly, profoundly richer than the greatest, wealthiest earthly king. The deep, flowing Tao gently nourishes every single living thing without ever violently claiming ownership. Over the quiet, beautiful forest, softly surrender your heavy, exhausting battles. Gracefully lay down your rusty sword and peacefully walk into the quiet. Starlit night, let your deeply quiet, peaceful soul gracefully merge with the endless, flowing river of time, softly returning to the source.